We are pleased to be joined by Ron Yary and Don Horn. These guys, I mean, you're talking about Hall of Famers. You're talking about guys who were at the first 2 Super Bowls. You're talking about true experience and legends over here. And you guys could still rough up some of the youngsters walking around here, couldn't you, if you had to?
I get beat up daily by my kids, and they're 6, 11, and 15. Boy, you're wrong. You're off base there. No.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the sizes of these guys you've seen around here?
Yeah, but they're all on the IR all the time. You guys played through that stuff.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't know what IR was back then.
You never had anybody fall on you that heavy, Don.
Alex Karras did one time. Alex Karras did once.
Wow. What TV show was he on? He was on a TV show after he played too. I can't remember.
Monday Night Football.
Well,
he had his own TV show.
And then he was he Mongo on Blazing Saddles?
Yep.
He sure was.
Yes,
Yes, right. That's what it was.
Great memory.
Well, it takes a second. You got to blow the dust off, and then the thoughts start to work again.
I have a myth I have to clear up here with Don off the start. Can I get a story about Max McGee? Is this all true? This has become the legend of Max McGee. Was he really, let's just say, under the influence during one of the Super Bowls?
He got in about 3 o'clock that morning. He played the first series, didn't have his own helmet, didn't know where his helmet was.
Wow.
Because he didn't think he was going to play. And, Max was one great individual in more ways than one.
So all the myths of all that time are all true. I wonder if it had become a Super Bowl just made up over time. It's all true.
It's all true. It's all true. In fact, a funny thing, the first pass I ever threw in a game with Green Bay, I threw it to Max McGee over the middle. It went right through his hands, and Lombardi was ecstatic about it a couple of days later when we were watching film. And he said, "Look at that, Max. Look at that. I told you to quit. You're getting too old to play this game. You should have quit. Look at that. The young boy Horn put that ball right there, and you couldn't even catch it." Max came back with something like, "Coach, I was taken totally off guard. I was taken by surprise." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "That's the best ball I've seen thrown around here in 4 years."
So when you guys look around and see all this craziness, you were in the first 2. You guys both played a long time in the league. Does this just mesmerize you? How many people are here for Radio Row? Not for the game, the week of the game.
Yeah, it's enormous. It's hard to understand the interest that's gone into the game. When I was playing, we were stuck in a hotel remotely, and we didn't know that the game existed until we walked out on the field on Sunday. We were isolated, so we were kept. Bud's policy was to keep us separate from all of this attention. Now you see the guys coming in here that are playing in the game. That would never have happened in our era.
Well, and you said you're not a fan of Houston.
I didn't say that. No, I did not.
You said that Houston has never been a kind place to you.
I didn't. Well, it hasn't been kind. We've lost every time I've been here, but that doesn't mean I don't like the darn city.
I remembered one thing, see?
Yes, that's okay. We have had bad experiences here. We got beat by some team here some years ago, and we played in 4 Super Bowls. I had a wonderful life in the game, and I don't have any stories to tell about sneaking out at night like Max did, because it just didn't happen, because we were fined, and when they took $200 out of our paycheck, that was a month's pay.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you and your former teammate O.J. Simpson the only 2 teammates ever to be back-to-back #1 overall picks in the NFL draft?
I wouldn't even know. I didn't. I had an idea that the Vikings were going to pick me first about a month before, when my coaches said that they were going to draft me. But you don't really believe that until it happens. But I got a call from Bud Grant, who was the coach then, about 10 minutes before, and he said, "If we draft you with the Vikings, are you willing to play with the team?" And I said, "Of course, I'll play for free." I did.
What was it like blocking? What was it like?
What was it like? Fines and it was over.
Yeah, right. What was it like blocking for OJ? Did you make life really easy for him? I mean, there's still a lot of fans of the Buffalo Bills that remembers those magical seasons he had with that franchise.
Well, you really don't appreciate someone when he's on your team. It's when you play against him and you can watch him that you recognize what great talent he had. Because I was busy when he was doing his stuff. I was blocking. So I always thought it was because of me that he was making all that yards. But now you guys come up and you give him all the credit, and here I am, I did nothing.
No.
What are you guys doing here?
You're the Hall of Fame. Don't lump me in with him. There's a reason his name is second.
You just put me
There's
down.
a reason. Who do you guys like in this game?
I don't know. This is one of the few games that I don't know who's going to win. And I tell you, don't ever listen to me, because I had one person bet on my advice. He bet a lot of money. He made a lot of money. And I learned, shut your mouth. You want to keep your friends, don't recommend anybody. And I honestly don't know who's going to win this game.
Yeah, Don?
I want to say New England, but I hope Atlanta wins.
Yeah.
But
That's kind of where I'm at, too. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm I'm an AFC fan. We're your home of the Jets. I don't want to see New England win another one.
Yeah.
We got Ron Yary, Don Horn with us now. You guys are you're here helping promote Premier Regenerative Stem Cell and Wellness Centers. You're calling them the big guns?
Calling up the one that knows everything.
All right.
Candace is stepping in. Candace is going to step in and grab
Absolutely.
it real quick.
Here, Mommy.
Candace, you are a rose between two thorns over here. I can see it clearly. What do you guys do? Tell me about Premier Regenerative Stem Cell and Wellness Centers.
So Premier Regenerative Stem Cell and Wellness Centers are the exclusive stem cell provider for the NFLPA, the NFL Pro Legends, and the NFL alumni. We provide all services to individuals who have been hurt, either orthopedic applications, autoimmune deficiencies, anything that's impacting them now in the league. We do treat some individuals who are on active teams right now, but for the most part, we've made a very good relationship with just gentlemen like Don and Ron here who have benefited. Ron has not been into our facility yet, but a huge researcher of the industry already, comes to the table with some other protocols that we use with laser therapy. And then Don has been our advocate for almost 5 years now on board with us, has brought to us several different individuals. We've treated thousands of body parts, people who are looking to have an alternative to a knee surgery or a hip replacement or spine issues. Instead, we take your stem cells, we spin them down into a centrifuge, and we re-inject them into areas of injury.
And they promote healing that way? Is that
anti-inflammatory? In the back, we've been able to regenerate tissue. We're still working on the cartilage component in all of the peripheral joints, your hips, your knees, your ankles, but very, very compelling outcomes. 70% of our patients are 70% better at a year.
Now, how does this affect our listeners? How do our listeners? Because I mean, you guys, you're pro athletes. You put your bodies through hell.
Absolutely.
And you need every scientific advancement you can get. So John back in Albany, who's listening, who's getting ready for a knee replacement, how does this help him?
We definitely can treat him. We have 2 facilities, one in Colorado, another one opening in Arizona in April. We have 60% of our patients who fly into us and have for the last 5 years. We always feel like if we can treat the gridiron athletes who have worked really hard and have overcome their injuries even then, if we can treat them, then we can treat just that individual that you referenced and probably have a better outcome because his injury might be less invasive.
How do I find out more?
PRstemcell.com.
PRstemcell.com. Guys, I appreciate you. Candace, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming in here, telling some stories. And, my back's not very good, but that's probably, it could be the weight, but, who knows? So maybe I'll look into it. Guys, thanks so much, and we really appreciate you.
Absolutely.